Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I'm Khaila Bintang went to review a film with the title Titanic 1997 for Popular Literature Final Test, and here is the video. First is the synopsis of the film. The film will follow the story of Jack Townsend and Restebe Cutter, a young woman from an aristocratic family who fall in love aboard the Titanic. Ross is being forced into an engagement with a wealthy but controlling Hockley, while Jack is traveling to America after winning a ticket in a poker game. Despite the vast social divide between them, Jack and Ross's romance blossoms as they navigate a luxurious ship. Meanwhile, the Titanic tragically strikes an iceberg, leading to its catastrophic sinking. As chaos erupts, Jack and Ross struggle to survive the disaster. In a final act of sacrifice, Jack ensures Ross's survival, urging her to never give up on life. In the present day, an older Ross recounts her memories to treasure hunter Brock Lovett. While searching for a precious necklace lost in the wreck, the story ends with Ross' death, where her spirit reunites with Jack in the afterlife aboard the Titanic, symbolizing their eternal love. And the film blends romance, drama, and historical events, capturing the tragedy of the Titanic sinking while exploring themes of love, class division, and sacrifice. And for the highlighting elements, Titanic 1997 is a multifaceted film with several notable elements that contribute to its enduring popularity. Here are the key highlights. First is historical context and real-life tragedy. The movie is set against the backdrop of the real-life sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912. It accurately portrays the grandeur and luxury of the ship, as well as the tragedy that befell it after striking an iceberg. Historical details like the ship's design, the social classes aboard, and the events leading to the disaster are depicted with meticulous attention to detail. And second is romantic storyline. At the core of the film is the love story between Jack Townsend and Rostave Cutter. Their romance transcends social class boundaries as Jack, a poor artist, falls in love with Rose, an upper-class woman trapped in controlling engagement to wealthy industrialist Hockley. Their love provides a personal, emotional narrative amidst the grand disaster. And the third is visual spectacle and cinematic achievement. The film is known for its stunning visuals, including the grandeur of the Titanic itself, the detailed recreation of the ship from its appealing turrets to the iceberg collision creates a visually immersive experience. James Cameron's direction, along with innovative special effects, captured the sinking sequence with groundbreaking realism. And the fourth is music and soundtrack. The film's iconic soundtrack, composed by James Horner, features memorable songs like My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, which became a massive hit. The music complements the emotional depth of the story, enhancing both the romantic moments and the tragedy of the disaster. And the fifth, themes of love and sacrifice. Love and sacrifice are central themes in Titanic. Jack's selfless actions to ensure Rose's survival, even at the cost of his own life, stands as a testament to the purity of their love. Rose's eventual survival and her dedication to living a full life under Jack's sacrifice. And the sixth is class and social division. Titanic explores the stark contrast between the ship's first-class passengers like Rose and her fiancé Cole and the lower-class passengers like Jack. The film highlights social issues such as class inequality, privilege, and the rigid societal structures of the time. And for the character development, the characters undergo significant development throughout the film. Rose, initially restrained and oppressed by societal expectations, grows stronger and more independent through her relationship with Jack. Jack, on the other hand, embodies the free-spirited, adventurous ideal, and his love for Rose leads to his ultimate sacrifice, and the last is tragic ending. The film's ending is both heartbreaking and poignant. After sinking, Jack dies in the icy waters of the Atlantic, but Rose survives as an older woman. She reflects on the events, ensuring that Jack's memory lives on. The film concludes with Rose's death and her reunion with Jack in the afterlife, signifying that their love transcends death. And now we move to literary elements. The first is plot. The exposition is the film opens in the present day with treasure hunters exploring the wreck of the Titanic, leading to the introduction of Rose's thousand culprits and the discovery of a priceless necklace, the heart of the ocean. The narrative then shifts to Rose's past, setting the stage for a story of the Titanic's ill-fated voyage, and for the rising action. The romance between Jack and Rose develops as they navigate their vastly different social statuses. Tensions rise with Rose's engagement to the controlling Cole and the budding relationship with Jack, who represents freedom and independence. For the climax, the Titanic strikes the iceberg and the disaster begins. The plot reaches its emotional peak as the ship sinks, creating a race for survival for the characters. And for the following action, in the aftermath of the sinking, Jack and Rose's survival becomes paramount. Jack sacrifices himself to ensure Rose's survival, urging her to live a full life. For the resolution, the movie ends with an older Rose recounting her story after reflecting on her life. She passes away and reunites with Jack in the afterlife, symbolizing eternal love. And now is the characterizations. For the protagonist, characterization is the film centers on the development of the two main characters. The first is Jack Dawson, a free-spirited artist with a love for life and adventure. His characterization revolves around his sense of freedom, humility, and selflessness, especially demonstrated by his sacrifice for Rose. And the second is Rose, the cutter, a young woman initially bound by the expectations of her wealthy social class. And for the antagonist characterization, the first is Cal Hockley, Rose's fiancé, represents the controlling oppressive force of class expectation and social propriety. His jealousy and possessiveness stand in the stark contrast to Jake's free-spirited nature. And for the supporting characters, these include Molly Brown, who represents compassion and kindness, and the ship's officers and crew, who serve to underscore the scale of this disaster. And now we talk about social issues. And the Titanic 1997 addresses several significant social issues, most notably class inequality, gender roles, and social expectations. These themes are interwoven throughout the narrative, particularly through the characters' experiences and interactions. Here's a closer look at the key social issues depicted in the film. The first is class inequality and social stratification. Um, One of the central social issues in Titanic is the stark contrast between the upper class and the lower class. Aboard ship, the Titanic is divided into distinct social classes, with the wealthiest passengers in first class, the middle class in second class, and the poorest in the third class or steerage. And Jack Dawson, a panelist artist, represents the working class characters, while Ross the Cutter, who comes from an aristocratic family, embodies the upper class. The romance challenges the rigid social hierarchies of the time, with Ross' family pressuring her to marry Cal Hockley, a wealthy but controlling man, to maintain their status. Um, the film critiques the oppressive nature of class divisions, especially when Chicken Breast, a love story, exposes the limitations and injustice of a society that values wealth and a birthright over individual worth. And that's all from myself. Thanks for paying attention, and thanks to Miss Tuti for the final test popular literature score. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.